Good morning, everyone. How are you today? So today I'm going to finish Unit 2, and maybe I'm going solo today because I'm going to complete it for this morning, and then I hope that you will watch this lesson videos, and then you're gonna do assessment for that. So I just do this on Sunday, and then next week we will do Unit 3 together. So please start with me together. Second, let me say good morning to everyone. So today I'm going to make up the last lesson for Unit 2. So this is the end of the Unit 2, whatever makes you happy, and the lesson is Everyday English. So without delay, please let's get started. So before I start the lesson, I would like to remind three things about the ways you can protect from COVID-19. The first one, as you can see on the picture here, you have to keep social distance when you are outside, and you can also wear your mask when you meet someone else as well. You have to wash your hand with soap or with gel after you meeting with somebody else outside. Okay, so here are the supportive teaching and learning material that I always suggest you encourage you to keep it with you while you are studying English online with me here. So you have a student book, you also have a workbook, notebook, and other electronic devices in terms of smartphone or computers in order to take note and search for more detail about the lesson. So for today's lesson, it is, as you know, that it is the making of lesson. So I skip homework checking because I had checked already the previous homework for that. So let's move to review it. So the previous lesson, the last lesson that I taught you was about speaking and listening. As we know that speaking, listening, writing, and reading are very important skills in English as learners of English. So here we are talking about speaking and listening. So the final purpose or goals of learning English is to communicate with other people. I mean to speak. If you can't speak, how could you learn it? Okay, how could you communicate or interact with other people in English? And also, if you could be a good communicator if you are a good listener as well. If you can't listen well, how could you reply? How could you respond to your partners? So that is why speaking and listening are very important. Right? Okay, good. So let's move to lesson for today. As mentioned earlier, everyday English. So here are the objectives of the lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to ask basic questions, add comments, and express interest in talk. Another lesson objective is that listen and match the statement with their responses by practices. So, okay, so please move forward. So here's today's lesson. Okay, so let's take a look at these pictures. So we have two pictures here. The first one is John and Maria, and you can see here John is a teacher here and Maria is a student here. Another picture is about Mackie and Jean Jacques. Okay, I hope I pronounced his name correct. But okay, so Mackie is a teacher and Jean is a boy. So let's take a look at test number 1 here, test script 2.12. It is the first day of the new school term. Listen to the conversations between two students and two teachers. Okay, two students, Maria and James here, and two teachers, John and Mackie here. The teachers are trying to be friendly. Which conversation is more successful and why? So I will play the listening for you, and you can just listen and consider about the way that the teacher make a friendly talk and communication or interaction with the student. Yeah, so let's listen together.
Teach script 2.12.
Okay, guys. After listening, you can see that these are two conversation between students and teacher. So the first pair, the first conversation from John and Maria. So John, as you can see, that is a very friendly teacher, trying to contact, trying to speak, talk to Maria. However, Maria doesn't reply properly or friendly to the teacher, so the quality of the conversation is not really good. It's not really successful. But look at the second conversation between Mackie and Jin. So Mackie and Jin are both friendly, so when they are communicating, they try to add comment, they try to ask question or express their answer. They don't just say yes or no. But for the comparing to the first one, Maria trying just to say yes or no only. She doesn't ask any question, she doesn't express any interest or doesn't add any comment to what John says. So as you know that at the end of the conversation of John and Maria, John said that not in my class. So it means that he doesn't like Mary in his class because she just said yes or no. She doesn't add any idea or express any interest at all. However, Mackie and Jin has a good communication because they talk to one another, they express everything there. So they are happy to be a student and teacher in the class together. Okay, so we have done number one. So let's take number two. When you are having a conversation, it helps you if you add a comment, ask question, express interest, and don't just answer yes or no. So if we compare these tips or these ideas to those previous conversation, we can see that the first conversation, the student in the first conversation doesn't use doesn't add and ask question or express interest at all. She just answer yes or no. But friendly Jin, who is a student of Mackie, trying to add his comment and express interest, ask question, he doesn't just answer yes or no. So this is a good lesson that we should learn as well. So we move to number 3 here, match a line in A with a reply in B. So here are the lines from, we can say 9 lines here, and question and statement here, and these are the response. So the first one has been done for us. What a lovely day it is today. So the answer is yes, beautiful, isn't it? How about number 2? Are you having a good time in London? So what should be the answer? Okay, so it's letter I. XIN is very interesting city. Number 3, have a good weekend. So let's take a look at this one. Take a look at this one. So the answer for that is letter H. Thanks. Same to you. Did you have a nice weekend? So here, yes, I did. It was really good. Number 5, how are you doing tonight? So let's check the answer here. Let's see. Nothing special. A simple one. Number 6, how's your mother this day? So how is your mother this day? So which one is the answer among of these replies? So letter E, she's okay, thanks. Number 7, did you watch the football last night? So no, I didn't. I missed it. So you missed it, it means that you did not watch the football match last night. Number 8, I like your shoes. So thank you. That's new. Okay, the 2 are new. If you have a problem, just ask me. If you have a problem, just ask me. So the answer for that is thank you very much, letter I. So now we are going to listen to tape script 2.13 to listen and compare whether the answer we have done here correct or not. So let's get started.
Yes, I am. Very good. Point 13. I'm having a really good time conversation.
Sorry. Okay, great job, guys. So after listening to the listening audio, we can match that all the answer we have done are correct. So we're gonna move forward. Okay, so number 4 here, practice the conversations with a partner. Cover A, B, then A. Remember the extra lines. Keeping a conversation. 5. Work with a partner, begin a conversation with one of these lines. So keep the conversation going as long as possible. So as you know that today I'm going solo, so I have no partner to practice right now. So I hope that you can practice some days in the future, or you can practice at home if sometimes, okay? So I'm gonna read this for you. You can just see that this is a man here, a strong man, and a beautiful ladies here, and say, I was on holiday last month. I've got a new boyfriend or girlfriend. I go to Hong Kong a lot on business. I met the Queen yesterday. I went shopping at the weekend. Skiing is my favorite sport. So we are not practicing, but we're just listening to the prepare listening audio here, okay? So listen to an example and compare. Okay, start listening together. Okay, so this is just an example to that. Okay, don't forget to practice the conversation here at home. You can practice with your friend if you are staying nearby, or you can just practice alone, or you can have a practice with your brother or sister as well with this one. Okay, so let's move forward. Yes, this is the wrap up activity. So before I end the class, I would like to ask some question and just kinds of reviews about what we've learned. Yes, so let's get started. So the today lesson is about the everyday English. So the term everyday English here, you can take a look at the word everyday here. We don't separate it because it is an adjective modified to English. So it means that the English that you use every day to talk, to communicate with other people, right? So this is for today's lesson. So who were in the conversation? You know that there were 2 teachers and there were 2 students. the first conversation was about Mr. John, the teacher, and the student Maria. And the second conversation was about Mrs. Mackie, the teacher, and the student Mr. Jin Quick. All right. I hope I have pronounced his name correct. I just say Mr. Jin, okay? And what are the 4 things you should do during the talk or during conversation when you communicate, when you make communication with other people? So this is the core lesson that you should learn and remember and practice when you are speaking, when you are talking and make communication with other people. The first one, ask questions to what you are talking about the conversation. Ask the question. 1, express your interest. 2, add comment to what your member say, and don't just answer yes or no. Okay, so here are the 4 things, a lesson that you can learn and practice along the ways, because this is very important for you as well. This is the most important lesson that of this lesson as well. Okay, so let me give you some homework and then registration first. Okay, so today homework, I would like you to make a small written talk about you and your friend. Yeah. So you can just take a look at the sample provided in your student book I have shown you earlier, and you can make your own one. Okay, you can either send me through the group Telegram or personal. Okay, I made an example for you. As you can see that we have 2, A and B, or we can say Dari and Bopa here. So suppose that you are Dari. So you say hi Bopa, and then Bopa will say hi Dari, and you say, how was your holiday? And then Bopa will say, it was wonderful. What about you? And then Dari say, my family and I went to the beach. We lay on the beach. Okay. Bopa say, it sounds amazing. Dari say, yes, of course. What did you do on your holiday? Bopa say, we went to Tamang Mountain and saw a lot of animals there. Dari say, great. Oh, it's time to go home now. Bye. Bopa say, yes, see you. And this is just a simple sample for you to create your written talk, a small written talk with your friend. I hope that you can just see this example and also take a look for further information about the small talk here in the student book, or you can research on YouTube or Google for more information as well. So this is the end of the lesson. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope that we will start new lesson, which is unit 3 on Friday next week. Okay, goodbye, good luck.